Hi everybody, this is Dan at the 1896 Dean House, and I got a present in the mail today. Here's a hint. Let's see what it is. Got a couple boxes from Nostalgic Warehouse. You may have guessed it from my not so subtle hints. It's door hardware. Of course, I couldn't do with just one door. I had to get a matching set for the other door in the kitchen. So I'll get these all laid out here and give you a closer look. We have a separate deadbolt. Outside door handle. And the matching inside door handle and another pair of these for a passage door. So it took me a while to find these. These are not vintage; these are reproductions, but they go very well with. They're a good match for the existing hardware and get rid of this cheap knob. It was important to me, if you can make this out. There's a you can see where the original mortise lock knob and skeleton key lock were mounted to the door. Somebody had unfortunately made a new hole for this modern economy knob, so that'll have to be filled in. But it was important to me to the greatest degree possible cover up old woodwork, and this will actually cover up the patch I'll have to fill in for when I take this knob out. You can see here the hole from the mortise lock. I'll fill that in with a chunk of wood, as well as the hole from this lock mechanism, this latch. Then I'll be able to mount the new hardware. Now, of course, this isn't a perfect world. Ideally, I would have liked this same design on the inside and outside. But that wasn't available, and the manufacturer was unable or unwilling to give me a longer rod to connect the two knobs. The kit, the passage door kit that comes with two of these, is only for 1.25 inch door. I have a 2-inch thick door, so the rod that connects the knobs just wasn't quite long enough. So I had to go with this style. It'll cover up the old damage, the old holes, if you will. And this stain, honestly, the shellac is honestly shot inside and out. Outside you won't be able to see it, but it's all weathered and beaded up. The shellac is all beaded up, so that'll have to be smoothed out or removed. But this seems like a good solution. It's very heavy duty. I'm very impressed with the quality here. So I'm just fingers crossed that everything lines up well without too much necessary woodworking. I've made a little progress on installing the new door hardware. Temporarily fitted in both the inside and outside door handle so that I can kind of gauge where I want the deadbolt to land. My concern was the large back plates that I got intentionally in order to cover the previous holes. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm very happy with the look of this hardware. But now I've got a pretty good idea, now that I've got this temporarily fitted in, where the deadbolt is going to go. Luckily, very little woodwork is going to be necessary. I was able to use the existing doorknob hole for this setup, and I'll just have to drill a couple small holes for the deadbolt, and I'll want to fill in the cavity here for the previous mortise lock. It's relatively easy to line up left to right, line up the new holes with the previous holes. It's just a matter of cutting the new holes. I got a number of these hole cutting bits. So I purchased a 1 inch and an 1.5 inch hole cutting bit. I also got a 2-hole, but apparently I didn't need it in order to mount the handles. So I'm going to cut a new hole just through the outside half of the doorway for the exterior of the deadbolt. On to door number 2. This is the basement door, the door from the kitchen to the basement. The painted side is the basement side. So this is the previous hardware. Old economy brass knob. For some reason it was a locking set. It's probably just what they had on hand. The replacement, it's a passage door set, so no skeleton key. It looks the same knob on both sides. Like I mentioned earlier, it was important for me to have the backing plate that was long enough to cover all the previous woodwork. So this is going to look beautiful. Maybe a little too nice for the basement side of the door, but these will both match. Doors will match, and it's a fairly close match to the rest of the house. Couldn't find a vintage set, although I have identified the exact doorknob that would match. If you're interested, this pattern is this is a Nostalgic Warehouse product. The pattern is Egg and Dart, and the color is antique brass. So here's this is where the previous mechanism was. I'll be moving it up into the old mortise hole. In order to align with the doorknob, it needs to be up higher. So I'll utilize the old mortise hole for that. Of course, there's no wood in there, so I'll have to add blocks to give me something to screw into, and then fill the old hole. So I think I've got it. After a great deal of measuring and adjusting these wood blocks inside the mortise hole, I think I've got it. I've got the spindle through the door into the knob. It's really the vertical placement of the back plate that's driving everything. So that seems to be where I want it. That should work. I'll just screw into my wood blocks, glue those in, and mount the hardware before it dries. Alrighty, so I've fashioned a couple of wood blocks that fit in there nicely. Got them screwed to the mechanism. Just that little Gorilla Glue that should slide back in there and hold pretty well. Actually slid in there better with the glue on there. A little lubrication is nice. And the little spindle has got a little detent boot there that needs to go all the way through the lock mechanism and pop out the other side. That'll hold it in place. Yeah, it fits nicely, I think. Those just need to be screwed down from the outside. I'm gonna make a plug to fill that hole. I think the hole saw that I used to widen the hole for the lock mechanism will probably make a plug that'll fit in there nicely. I'll just cut a plug out of a 2x4, fill in the rest with putty, and I may have some scrap left over that I could fill in some of the other holes that I can use to fill in this hole, which I'm going to need. As it turns out, the bottom screw through the faceplate was right into that empty space. I needed some good wood in there to screw both of the faceplates into. So I'll just slap some wood putty in there to block any drafts. Screw down the faceplates. A little cleanup on the end here. Then I can work on the receiving end in the door frame. Here's a quick before and after of the doorknob project. This is the exterior door. Very happy with this product. Very solid state. Covered the old wood damage from the previous lock sets. This is much more attractive than it was. And much more secure. Easier to work with a twist deadbolt rather than fumbling with keys. So very happy with that. Here's the door to the basement as we're standing in the kitchen. This is also a marked improvement over what we had before. Might have a little more touch up to do, paint and sanding, but this is so much better than it was. Very attractive, very secure. Got some more sanding to do, but nice to have all the old holes filled in. Should be much less drafty. So this project is complete, minus maybe some cosmetic touch-ups. So I'm on to the next project. If you found this at all interesting, please like, subscribe, comment if you have an opinion. Everybody's got one. Thanks everybody. Bye now.